time for Logan High School Sports, a presentation of KVNU 610 AM and 102.1 FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, DD Auto and Salvage, Old Grist Mill, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Adams Wealth Advisors, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Logan Grizzlies on KVNU.
Good afternoon and welcome to Logan High School, home of the Grizzlies, and the venue for tonight's matchup in boys basketball between the Logan Grizzlies and the Tooele Buffaloes. I'm Jason Walker, and I'll be taking you through tonight's festivities here on CashValleyDaily.com, streaming this video, powered by Adams Wealth Advisors, as well as on KVNU at 610 AM, 102.1 FM. As we're getting started, of course, I've chosen a bad time to join the game in progress as we're about to sing the national anthem. Normally take a break for that, but really quickly, just for this game, we've got two teams that rough start for the season, but recent success. The Logan Grizzlies starting the season 2-6, but getting over the last timeout to advance to 3-6. Tooele starting 1-10, but they their last timeout. They come to visit some Mexicans to the but we're actually going to take a quick break here on KVNU as well as here on CashValleyDaily.com. Pause for the national anthem. Come back. We'll have starting lineups, other key stats, players to watch for in this Thursday evening boys basketball matchup. We'll be back after this.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Back to Logan High School, as they are announcing the starting lineup for the Tooele Buffaloes. Number 1, Brady Simmons, the senior wing, and along with number 2, Mason Hood. They just turned the lights off with the basket for the evening last night. We also got number 4, Christian lineup. Let's see if I can find those. Still out there. All right, working here as we get started. Sorry, I may have had some audio issues going there. Levi may have gotten them fixed. As we begin the game here at Logan High School for a boys basketball, both of these schools. As Logan begins the game with the ball. Graydon Olson driving into the paint, kicking out for Milo Steele. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound goes to Tooele. 7.5 minutes left playing this first quarter. We've just barely gotten started. Tooele Buffaloes with the ball. They're 2-10 on the season. A win last time out against Snow Canyon. Grizzlies also won their last time out. Of course, they're 3-6. A steal from Josh Jensen now going in the fast break. Pass to Milo Steele. Steele trying to pass to Graydon Olson, but the ball is tipped out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Grizzlies. Baseline underneath, inbound to Ethan Woolley, averaging almost 11 points per game. He'll hoist a three-pointer, bounces around and just out. He made 3 triples in the last game against American Leadership Academy. Starts off 0 for 1 in this game. Tooele bringing the ball across half court. Hounded by Josh Jensen, but they managed to retain the ball at the top. Graydon Simmons passing underneath, trying to reverse layup, no good. Misses it wild. Ethan Woolley causing Jackson Mather to think about it. It's rebounded by Reed Olson, averaging a double-double, 16 points, 11 boards so far this season. Josh Jensen giving it to Reed Olson, who's double-teamed immediately. Sends it over to Graydon Olson. He can't handle it. Loses the ball, 2-on-1. Hard into the fast break. Puts the shot up, no good. Graydon snags the board. Great defense there. I believe it was Milo Steele on the fast break defense. No score. We're almost 2 minutes into this game. 0-0 between Tooele and Logan. Steele giving it to Reed Olson on the block. Sends it over to Graydon Olson. He's fouled as he went up for it. He was diving baseline. Fouled from behind. He'll go to the free throw line. Graydon Olson 3 of 8 on free throws this season, so certainly say he's been up and down. He'll get 2 shots here, makes the first one. And that's the first point of the game for either team, so the Grizzlies go up 1-0. 6:09 here in the first quarter. Graydon, second free throw, good. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Grizzlies take the 2-point lead. Jackson Mather inbounding to Grady Simmons. He'll send it back to Mather. Crosses midcourt on the far sideline, going right to left. And dump underneath, pass inside, shot good. Christian Rogers, the freshman, getting the 2 points there, ties it up. Grizzlies trying to pass around the zone defense, getting it into Reed Olson, puts up a shot. Maybe gotten tapped on the elbow, doesn't matter. He makes it go for his first two of the game. 4-2 the score now for the Grizzlies. Mather with it. Looking for a pass, finds Weston Hogan. Now passing underneath, trying that same pass to Christian Rogers, but it's stolen by Milo Steele. Now on the break, Ethan Woolley goes up, he's hacked. And he'll get 2 free throws. Simmons, the guilty party. They call him for a blocking foul. They also got him on the arm. But it doesn't matter which way they fouled him. One got called. Woolley will go to the line. First free throw is good. He's shooting 75% from the field this season. Top free throw shooter for the Grizzlies. And as I said that, he misses it, but Reed Olson snags the offensive board, puts it back in. Maybe give him credit for an assist there. Grizzlies up 7-2. They inadvertently gave those points to Reed, or maybe I misjudged. Graydon Olson, he gets a steal, and then he has it. Yeah, still in the way. No, they're going to call a foul. I wasn't sure if they were calling a foul on Graydon or on Grady Simmons, and that's his second foul, I believe. And so he's actually going to take a seat on the bench as Crew Lewis comes into the game. Grizzlies inbound. Reed Olson jumps up for it, misses it. Or jumps up, grabs the pass, goes Up with it, misses it, grabs his own board, puts it in. So he's got 4. I may have misidentified him on a different bucket. Him and Graydon and Reed look so much alike. Missed shot by the Buffaloes. Reed grabbing the rebound. Didn't misidentify him that time. Number 15 down there. Number 24 is his brother. Ethan Woolley sends it over to Eli Cox, who's checked in. He shoots from 3. He misses it. Milo Steele runs in there and grabs the board amongst the trees. Now Graydon has it in the post, puts up a wild shot, grabs his own airballed miss, sends it back out to Cox, and we'll reset. Shot clock at 23. Sending it over Grady. He'll take a corner 3, no good. Board snagged by the Buffaloes. 9-2 the score so far, 4:37 left in the first quarter. Grizzlies with the advantage. Just got cut down, though, as a 3-pointer from Christian Rogers. He's got all 5 points for the Buffaloes in this game that the Grizzlies lead 9-5 with 4:23 to play in the opening quarter. Milo Steele, pull-up 3-pointer, tries to answer, and he does. Milo Steele nails the 3-pointer. Now on the other end, Tooele trying to answer, sending it over to Rogers. He'll put up another 3, no good. Missed it short and it bounces long. Eli Cox grabs the rebound, nearly out of his pass over to Milo Steele, stolen. He swings it over to Ethan Woolley. He puts up a 3, airballs it. Grabbing the rebound is Graydon Olson. He sends it over to his brother. He puts up a reverse layup. And Tooele wants timeout. 14-5 the score as the Grizzlies racing out in front. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. The Olsen brothers dominating here. They've got 10 points between them. And it's 14-5. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors. We'll start with the earliest uniform check I may have been able to pull off. I usually forget this. But we've got the logo shop. Reminder, they can put your logo on just about anything. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. They all trust the logo shop. They logo stuff. They sponsor the uniform check. The Grizzlies out here, if you're watching on Cache Valley Daily, you can see them in there, all whites and the maroon numbers, gold trim, if you can spot it. I can barely spot it, and I'm here live. Tooele coming out in there, all purple uniforms, black name, white number. Got the different color name with number. Black number, white trim, white number, black trim. And it is Tooele who has the ball in those purple unis. Interior pass tipped away. Steele tipping that high and then eventually over the baseline. Kept that one from being sent into Crew Lewis. Now entry pass, Lewis has it, turn around, bit of a scoop hook shot. It's kind of a combination of both. It wasn't a scoop shot, it wasn't a hook shot, it was something in between. He makes it go, doesn't matter what it looked like. It's 14-7. Pass in the corner for Woolley, he immediately swings over to Steele on the left wing. He looks for Reed Olson on the elbow, sends it wild through the hands of Max Clayton, who's checked in, number 5. Looking for that corner 3, would have been a good shot. He shoots 39% from 3, but didn't get a handle on the pass. So it's a turnover, and Tooele takes over. 3:11 to go here in the opening quarter. Grizzlies with the 7-point lead. A good start, though, allowing points on the last possession. Driving inside, Reed Olson with the emphatic swat off the backboard, eviscerated the shot. Oh, Grizzlies turn it over, going the other way, though. Ethan Woolley couldn't hang on to the pass. Didn't take advantage of Reed Olson's considerable effort there. Staying with his man from the top of the circle all the way to the basket and eliminating that shot. But Tooele with the ball once again, with it still a 14-7 game in favor of the Grizzlies. Lewis with the ball, navigating some screens, driving inside, finds Reed Olson there, but manages to put a floater high up and over the arms of Olson. Makes it 14-9, 4 quick points for Tooele out of that timeout. Now another turnover. Grizzlies 3 straight turnovers. And now Matt Scablin wants timeout for the Grizzlies, wants to talk this over. You need to stop turning the ball over so much. We're going to take a quick break. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this here on KVNU and online at CacheValleyDaily.com.
Printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisor.
We're back here at Logan High School as we resume play in the first quarter of this 4A boys basketball game. The Logan Grizzlies lead the Tooele Buffaloes 14-9, though it's been 4 straight points for Tooele. Some contact as guys trying to go around the screen. Milo Steele trying to bother Crew Lewis as much as humanly possible. Doing a pretty good job of it so far. Lewis finally hands off. 3-pointer up for Tooele, no good. Rebound snagged by Max Clayton. He swings it to Woolley. Top of the arc. Looking for a pass. Sends it away, now gets it back. Woolley driving into the paint. High arcing shot, no good. Reed Olson there cleaning up the mess. Woolley drew about 3 defenders and that left Reed Olson all alone to grab that board, put it back up in. Reed has 8 points now for the Grizzlies, who lead 16-9 with 1:40 to go. Milo Steele playing hounding defense. A joy to watch. Not a joy for Crew Lewis, though. Averages about 14 points a game for Tooele. Wes Hogan has the ball. He shoots a 3-pointer from the right wing, no good. Reed snags the board. Looks around to make sure nobody steals it away from him, then dumps it off to Woolley. Sends it over to Eli Cox. Into the corner for Clayton. Clayton double-teamed in the corner. Got to get that ball out of there. Trying to pivot away. Has the ball tipped as he passes it away. Got trapped, couldn't get it away, so Tooele coming the other way. 4 turnovers last 5 possessions for Logan. On the other end, Tooele trying to get a couple extra points. Taking to the corner. Corner 3, no good. Offensive rebound to the Buffaloes, though. And they'll reset it. Crew Lewis with it now. Milo Steele going to hound him once again. Crew gets by him, goes inside, misses. He had to contend with Reed Olson. Milo Steele going the other way with it. He thought about going all the way, kicks it to Ethan Woolley. 3-pointer, no good, but grabbed by Eli Cox. He throws up a shot, can't get it to go. Shot clock is off now as we near the end of the first quarter. Still 16-9 in favor of the Logan Grizzlies. But Tooele will have a chance to cut into that with what they'll likely try to have as the last shot. Mason Heap with it. Kicks it into the corner for Crew Lewis. Lewis picks up his dribble, tries to find a pass. Gives it up back to Lewis. Pump fakes. He'll take an open 3. No good. Offensive rebound to Tooele. They missed the putback, though. Wes Hogan had a chance, had a little bunny floater, couldn't get it to go. So it's going to stay 16-9. Logan Grizzlies lead this one. We'll take a quick break with the quarter here on KVNU and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com, powered by Adams Wealth Advisors.
State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, because I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Welcome back to Logan High School, home of the Grizzlies. And venue for tonight's matchup between the Grizzlies and the Buffaloes. This 4A boys basketball matchup presented in part by Preston Watts Collision and Glass. Trained technicians, latest equipment, over 5 decades of experience to guarantee a perfect auto body repair and the safest glass replacement. That's Preston Watts Collision and Glass. We begin the second quarter with the Logan Grizzlies leading 16-9. And a solid first quarter offensively. Didn't end it on a superb note. Had 4 turnovers in the last 6 possessions, did miss 1 shot, did score in those last 6 possessions, so not completely empty. Tooele starting this quarter with the ball, driving inside, put up a shot, no good. Eli Cox with a spectacular defense on Mason Heap. Apologize while I hit my cough button. I think a lot of people were sick over the weekend. I was among them. But here we go. Eli Cox with it for the Grizzlies. Throws it too high for Reed Olson. Now on the fast break. Trying to do a reverse layup. No good. Ethan Woolley had them thinking. Jackson Mather missing the layup. Into the corner for Max Clayton. Pump fakes a 3, then sends it long. Over to Wolfie. He passes it along to Eli Cox. 3-pointer up. Nails it from the corner. Grizzlies lead by 10. Seven minutes to go in this second quarter. Grizzlies have their largest lead of the game, 19-9. Backdoor cut. Interior pass tipped, and I think everyone on Tooele thought it was Grizzly ball. Of course, Logan seemed to think it was Tooele ball, and so did the refs. I think Tooele just assumed that that pass went wide, but I believe it was tipped by one of the Grizzlies players. Baseline inbounds, and a quick 3-pointer up, no good. Eli Cox rising high to snag the board despite the challenge from Christian Rogers. Grizzlies go the other way with it, leading 19-9. Just over a minute gone in this second quarter. Woolley sends it to Steele. He attempts a 3-pointer, no good. Graydon Olson fighting for the offensive board, couldn't quite snag it. So Tooele coming the other way with it. Lewis trying to drive by Steele, but then kicks into the corner. And swinging it around to the far corner, driving inside. A lot of kick and drive from Tooele. Now into the corner, 3-pointer up. This one is good. Mason Heap scores his first points of the game on a 3-pointer, makes it 19-12. Brings back to the 7-point margin we had at the end of the first quarter. Woolley probing inside the arc, then kicks it back to Eli Cox. Tries to get back to Woolley and nearly has it stolen. But Milo Steele now back to Woolley. He tries to drive, but he goes a little too quickly. The referee says travel. Now Eli Cox will sub out Josh Jensen coming back in. And Tooele taking over with it. They trail by 7 against these Grizzlies. Lewis driving, then kicking as he draws in the defense. Another 3-pointer. Mason Heap. Another triple cuts this one down to a 4-point game. Not more than a minute or so ago, the Grizzlies led by 10. Now they only lead by 4, nearly having a pass stolen in the backcourt. Now they swing over to Steele. He attempts the 3-pointer, nearly answers, and nearly offensive rebounded by the Grizzlies, but they can't get a hold of it. Now pass inside. Grady Simmons is wide open. He puts it in, and now it's an 8-0 run for Tooele, 19-7 after it was 19-9 not too long ago. Grizzlies getting themselves in trouble. Reed Olson on the bench, although I should specify at the scorer's table, but not on the court. Josh Jensen thought about a 3. Doesn't, ends up giving up. Ethan Woolley now has it. Sends it over to Jensen in the corner. Long pass to Steele. He'll attempt a 3. He is no good. Cam Alvarado gets the board, dumps it off. Missed by Josh Jensen. Graydon Olson snags the board. But no, they're going to call an offensive foul on him. So Reed Olson checks back in. Grizzlies were outscored by, I think, 6 points with him on the bench. 4:42 to go here in the second quarter. It's 19-7. Several quick swings of momentum for both sides. Jump shot, mid-range, no good. That would have tied the game, but Josh Jensen gets the board. Runs out in transition, but then he slows it up. Then gives it to Reed Olson. He puts up a shot, no good. Bit of contact, and then on the offensive board, they call another foul. This one on Reed Olson. He picks up his first foul. That's one he wanted back. He wasn't quite under control for that interior pass. Tooele wants timeout. They want to talk this over so they can tie the game. maybe even take the lead with a three-pointer. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. I'll remind you about DD Auto and Salvage, Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204. No job is too big for DD Auto and Salvage. So a couple of three-pointers and a layup have given Tooele what is still currently an 8-0 run. No team has scored in their last couple of possessions. Grizzlies have only scored one bucket here in this quarter. They hit a three-pointer fairly early on, took a 19-9 lead, but have not scored since. We're sitting at 4:13 to go here in the second quarter. I think they've shown for about 80% of the game so far they've been the better team, but things can change quickly, and if adjustments aren't made, doesn't matter if you play well to start with, you got to play well the entire game, and especially at the end. Brady Simmons getting hounded by Graydon Olson, nearly trapped him there, but manages to get it away to Crew Lewis. He nearly has his pocket picked by Josh Jensen, but they swing it over to the three-point line, and another one, and Tooele taking the lead. Mason Heap with his third triple of the game, and all of them have come in this second quarter as he's caught fire. Josh Jensen swinging it over to Ethan Woolley. He tries to respond with a three, no good. Rebound fought for, one by Tooele. Now they come the other way, into the paint, swinging it out. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound by Reed Olson. They're going to call over the back. He reached up over him, but they're going to say he also pushed him with his torso. It's a tough call because he did grab it cleanly over the top, but there was a bit of contact with the torso. That's Reed Olson's second foul, but I don't think they can afford to sit him for really much time, if at all. Crew Lewis, three-pointer up, nearly went in. Rolled around the rim and out. Grizzlies take over the ball. They trail for the first time today, 20-19. Max Clayton pump fakes a pass, then puts up a three, misses. Reed Olson snags the board, then misses the putback layup. He's frustrated with himself over that one. He's missed his last two attempts from the field. Now Lewis driving in right side of the paint, puts up a shot, gets it to go over Milo Steele. It's a 13-0 run for Tooele. Woolley swings it over to Clayton. He attempts a long three-pointer, no good. Rebound falls easily to Tooele, who are very much in control. The Grizzlies can't find any offense. Mason Heap gives it up to Grady Simmons. Fighting into the paint, pivots around, no good. No, he traveled. I thought they were going to call a foul, but they instead call a travel. Missed the shot wildly anyway. Grizzlies would have had the ball. Matt Scablin wants a timeout. He wants to get this possession right. Grizzlies have not scored in dang near 6 minutes, and they've given up 13 straight points. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD.
We return right before the restart of play. The Logan Grizzlies currently on the wrong end of a 13-0 run here in this 4A boys basketball matchup. Tooele out of Region 10, they're 2-10. Grizzlies out of Region 11, they're 3-6. Both teams won their most recent game though, and both trying to make it 2 in a row. Grizzlies with the ball and a 3-point lead. Reed Olson in the post, pivots around, left hand up, no good. 3 straight misses for the man who has 8 points in the game. He started off hot, he's gone a bit cold. 3-pointer up for Tooele. This one goes Tooele on a roll. 16 straight points without an answer for Tooele. Reed Olson trying to change that, puts it up, no good, fighting for it, puts it back up, he finally gets it to go. And I thought it was timeout, but I think a player got knocked in the head or something. There was a battle underneath, and I think Reed Olson may have unintentionally bopped someone on the nose or something. There may or may not be blood on the court. I'm not sure what the referees are talking to each other, trying to figure out something. Grizzlies finally got their scoreless run to end. They allowed 16 straight points. They led by 10, then trailed by 6. Now they trail by 4. Trying to force a turnover and successfully doing so. Forced a long pass and Mason Heap couldn't handle it. Now Grizzlies going down the court with it. Tooele throwing in a half-court trap as we're under a minute to have to play. Ethan Woolley loses the ball. Falls into the hands of Crew Lewis at Tooele. Was looking for a layup, but he couldn't hang on to the ball. Heap with it. 3 3-pointers this quarter. Gives it up into the post, but then backing out to Grady Simmons. Goes around a screen, into the paint. He's fouled on his way up for a shot. He'll get two free throws. Eli Coxman wasn't for the foul. He got a bit of wrist there. So Tooele has a chance to re-establish their largest lead of 6 if he makes both of these. First one goes over the front rim and in. Simmons not been a great free throw shooter this year. He was 8 of 32 coming into this game, but he makes the first one. And he gets the second one to fall as well. So now it's 27-21. Grizzlies have only scored 5 points this quarter. And we've just crossed under a minute to play in this quarter. Milo Steele. Giving up to Cox, trying to send it in for Reed Olson. They read that one though. Swatted the entry pass away. Tooele has it. 41 on the shot on the game clock, 31 on the shot clock. Into the corner, 3-pointer up and around the rim, no good. Pass tipped, or excuse me, rebound tipped. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Grizzly basketball. Shot clock is off as there's 34.4 seconds. Grizzlies will try and get one last bucket to try and put at least a slight positive close on what has been a very poor quarter. Milo Steele gets it across half, trying to navigate through the half-court trap. Ethan Woolley sends it into Graydon Olson. He puts up a little bunny floater, gets the shot to go. There's still 20 seconds left in the quarter. Tooele will have a chance to match what the Grizzlies just did. Crew Lewis over to Wes Hogan. Hogan trying to get into the paint. Stonewalled by Reed Olson. Kicks out, 3-pointer up, wildly off. 4 seconds still on the clock. They're going to try a half-court heave. Milo Steele waves it up, hits the shot clock with the ball. Little off there, Milo. That'll put an end to the second quarter. Not a very good quarter for the Grizzlies. They go from up 16-9 to down 27-23. We'll have some time to talk about it at halftime. We'll take a quick break, have some halftime analysis, and then we'll usher our way into the third quarter. So we'll be back after this.
The most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, cause I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
We're here at halftime. This 4A boys basketball matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and Tooele Buffaloes. Those of you watching on CacheValleyDaily.com, your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. So, looking at this halftime, and it's, call it tale of two quarters, I guess. Really, it was like the first 9 minutes of the game versus the last 7 minutes of the second quarter, where the Grizzlies, they start off this game, they lead 16-9, getting a lot of points from Reed Olson, Graydon Olson. They've combined for 16 points in the first half. And you had some supplementary contributions, Ethan Woolley getting a point in there, Milo Steele hitting a three-pointer, but getting a decent amount of offense, grabbing some offensive boards when you miss them, dominating the paint, and then playing really good defense. And then in that second quarter, things just took massive turn for the worst. And really starting with the three-point shooting of Mason Heap. This is a guy who's shot 30% on the season, so not a bad, but not an elite three-point shooter, kind of in between. This is a guy who's having a fantastic game. Now, he has hit 19 three-pointers on the season, so he's averaging a little more than, I think, 2 a game. Actually, they have him at 8 games played, so I think they actually have him short a few games because Toolele's played 12 games. So they may not have stats for all of them, but, this is a guy who can hit 3 or so three-pointers, but having him do it in 1 quarter, that was way too condensed, I think. And then the Grizzlies not just, allowing points, because they allow 17 points, which isn't a killing blow. There's going to be allowed 18 points in the second quarter, which is high but not disastrous. It's the fact that they only scored 7 for themselves. If they score 16 points as well as they did in the first quarter, they're still very much in control of this game. They're only leading by 5 points, but they'd be leading by 5 instead of trailing by 4. It's the fact that they just went cold. They scored a bucket in the first minute of the second quarter, and they scored a bucket they scored 2 buckets in the final minute. And that was all of their offense. Everything in between, they got outscored 16-0 over about a 6-minute stretch. And that right now is kind of the tale of this game. Grizzlies lost control, kind of regained it at the end to now trail by 4, but need to get some offense. Whether you're sending it all through Reed Olson, if he's going to have a game where he has to have 20 or 30, I guess sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, but it would be best if you're getting some contributions from Ethan Woolley, who's missed all of his field goal attempts so far. You've had a lot of guys miss some three-pointers. Max Clayton, the guy who shoots 40% from the field, he's missed both of his attempts from 3. So you just got to get a few more contributions from some of these other guys. Get Reed Olson back involved because he had 8 points in that first quarter, then only 2 in the second. That's not helping you. So get that back in. Get Mason Heap under control from Tooele. Don't let them keep going off from 3. And I think the Grizzlies can be just fine. They did start up this game well. Had this game mostly under control. They're still mostly controlling the paint as well. A lot of what Toolele is able to do is three-pointers. I think they hit 4 or 5 threes in that second quarter. So don't let them keep hitting those three-pointers, but don't give up the advantage you still have in the paint, and everything should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and take one final break. We're a minute 40 away from the third quarter and the restart of this game. So we'll have that next here on 102.1 FM, 610 AM, as well as streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
Just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Welcome to the start of the second half. 4A boys basketball here on KVNU, 102.1 FM, 610 AM. As well as streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com. Jason Walker here with you. As we've got Tooele going up against Logan. Logan Grizzlies hosting this one and currently trailing 23-27. They led by as much as 10 but now trail. Starting off the third quarter with the three-pointer in the corner. Ethan Woolley misses it. He's 0 for in this game, misses once again. And then Tooele committing a turnover, long pass, trying to find Jackson Mather. It goes a little too long, and he can't save it from going over the end line. So Grizzlies will get the ball back. They missed their opening shot. It was a pretty good play construction. Got themselves an open corner three, just couldn't quite get it to go. Now Graydon Olson, he's in the corner, double team, sending it into Reed Olson, and he'll commit an offensive foul. They're trying to draw the charge. Kind of a weak charge draw, but they got it to work. Reed Olson now has 3 fouls. And now Tooele going the other way with it after that Grizzlies turnover. Still a 4-point lead for the Buffaloes, the one they went into halftime with. Now trying a pass inside. Reed Olson kicks the entry pass. They were looking for Mason Heap, who was cutting baseline. He was open. Reed Olson going to take a seat on the bench. He's got 3 fouls. I wonder if they're going to try and make sure that he's available for later in the second half. Well, they can ill afford to not have him now, with the Grizzlies trailing. A non-Reed Olson player hasn't scored since the opening minute of the second quarter. And a foul committed by Milo Steele. He reaches as Mason Heap ran by him. Now Crew Lewis coming into the game. Crew Lewis, at least according to the Max Prep sets I have, is the leading scorer for the team, although has come off the bench in this one. Milo Steele trying to guard him. Lewis getting inside, loses the ball. Milo Steele on the ground, and they're going to call a jump ball. And that's going to go to Tooele, as the possession arrow went their way. So turnover on one end and kind of effectively a turnover going back. Mason Heap getting the inbound pass and sends it away now into the corner. Grady Simmons fighting, loses the ball, swiped away by Eli Cox. Ethan Woolley gets it, tries to send it back to Cox, that's Cam Alvarado, He dumps it off to Josh Jensen. He misses the layup from the left side of the rim. Still no score from either team. Now that changes. Grady Simmons getting the ball underneath. Graydon Olson wondering why there wasn't a charge call as he got run over by the man who dumped off the pass. Makes it 29-23, tied for the largest lead that Tooele has had at 6 points. Into the free throw line, Graydon Olson back to the corner, three-pointer up, misses short, bounces long. Milo Steele couldn't get it to go. Grizzlies haven't scored this quarter. We're 2 minutes in. Now driving layup, and it is good. Tooele just getting all that they want and more. Crew Lewis with the bucket, makes it 31-23. Grizzlies just all out of sorts right now. Just can't make a shot, really, is kind of the main problem. Graydon Olson, Sending it over to Josh Jensen in the corner, loses the ball, falls to Cam Alvarado. He gets fouled as he tries to go inside. .5:42 to go here in the third quarter. Grizzlies again have yet to score. At 16 points in the first quarter. They've scored about 9 points in the last 10 minutes. Graydon Olson in the paint, swings it over to Alvarado. Graydon Olson, mid-range jumper, bounces around and out. 31-23, as we've now crossed under 5.5 minutes to play here in the third. Tooele with the ball, looking to advance their lead. Three-pointer up, misses wide. Christian Rogers missing on that one. Ethan Woolley is open on the left wing, tries to dump it off and has it immediately just ripped out of his hands. trying to find Cam Alvarado, and he found one of the Tooele players. Crew Lewis going around a pair of screens. Well, still guarded by Milo Steele, the man who was trying to escape with those screens. Rogers sends it in to the corner. Now driving into the paint, layup up and good. Wes Hogan with 2 points, and now it is Tooele who leads by 10. We've seen 10-point leads from both teams. And then nearly a turnover. Alvarado manages to save it from going over half court. Three-pointer up, no good. Josh Jensen can't get it. And the Grizzlies scoreless in this half. And then a foul committed by Milo Steele. His second. Reed Olson going to check back in. He's got 3 fouls, but they can't afford to not have him on the court. There's no point in not having him out there if nobody else is going to score. Baseline out of bounds. Inbound, Christian Rogers. He's fouled by Graydon Olson. Tooele head coach is mad for some reason. Justin Pullman. Christian Rogers getting subbed out. Bit of a teaching moment. Yelled at him for a moment, then gave him a hug. Now inside, great move. Crew Lewis managed to get by Milo Steele, and Reed Olson couldn't do a whole lot. He's got those 3 fouls. He can't afford to play too hard. Reed Olson getting at the elbow, triple teamed. Then they kick it over to the corner. Josh Jensen, three-pointer. He gets it to go. Crucial points for the Grizzlies as they get something to fall. Makes it a 9-point deficit. As Tooele has once again, they've scored incredibly well since the second quarter, but a steal and now a transition, missed the layup, grabbed by Reed Olson. He misses the layup though. He can't believe he missed the follow-up. Would have brought the Grizzlies within 7, but they still trail 9, 35-26. Crew Lewis giving up top of the arc. Now over to the right wing. Wes Hogan trying to hand off to Crew Lewis. He does. Milo Steele guarding him. Trying to get around, going down the left side of the lane. Pull up mid-range jumper, nails it right in the eye of Steele. Crew Lewis getting going. He's got 12 points. Leads all scorers in this game. Swing over to Steele. Thought about a three-pointer. Gives to Reed Olson at the elbow. Throws up a wild shot. Gets that one to go. Circus shot. He was parallel with the ground when he let that go. He's now got 12. Brings it back to a 9-point game. Lewis working on Steele. Gives it up. Now swinging over. Hogan's got it. Working against Reed Olson. Trying to drive in. Then kicks it back out. Graydon Olson defending. Now a long mid-range jumper. No good. Reed Olson wasn't paying attention. He could have grabbed that rebound. Shot clock still late. Then Crew Lewis throws up a long three-pointer. Airballs it. Grizzlies grab the board. Woolley trying to go coast to coast with it. Miss. There's contact. Reed Olson snags the offensive board. He puts it in. Grizzlies trying to make their way back. 37-30. The score the Grizzlies trail by. 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. And a travel call on Mason Heap. Grizzlies basketball. Andre Campos and Max Clayton check in for Josh Jensen and Milo Steele. And a timeout called by Tooele. Justin Pullman wants to talk this over. It's a full timeout, so we're going to take this break. We'll be back after this.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth.
.139 to go here in the third quarter. Logan Grizzlies trail 37-30. A game that they've led by 10, trailed by 10. Now they trail by 7. The minute and a half to play here in the third quarter. Ethan Woolley with it, trying to probe the paint. Puts up a wild floater, no good. Reed Olson snags the board, puts it back up in, plus the foul. One way or another, Reed Olson's going to try and will his team to this victory. Any shot the Grizzlies put up, Reed Olson is a threat to go up and get it if it doesn't go in before. Now Reed's going to have to convert from the free throw line. He's shooting 66% from the field so far this season. Try and make this a 4-point game once again, as it was to start the second half. Free throw is good. Graydon Olson was actually there to snag it. He grabbed the ball after it went through the hoop. So 10 points apiece for each team in this quarter, actually. Started at 27-23. Now with the minute 20, it's 37-33. Crew Lewis sending a pass over into the corner, nearly stolen away, and then it goes out of bounds off Tooele. Andre Campos with the tough defense, forcing Jackson Mather to lose the ball out of bounds. So the Grizzlies, just over a minute to play, have a chance to draw within one possession. Reed Olson at the free throw line, back to Woolley, over to Campos. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound to Tooele as we cross under a minute to play in the third. Crew Lewis, he's got 12, most of those in this second half. Now he gives it up. Now back to Grady Simmons at the top of the arc. He looks for a pass. He finds Mason Heap. He had those 3 triples in the second quarter. Pass out, three-pointer up, no good. Graydon Olson gets the board, and he'll give it up to Campos. There is maybe half a second between shot and game clock. We'll call it slightly more than a second. There's slightly more than half a second. Campos into the lane, dumps it off. Graydon Olson was surprised at that excellent little pass there from Campos, but he manages to put it up and in. Grizzlies now within 2. Shot clock is off. Tooele going to try and get the last one. Oh, Campos was pushed. They don't call it. Now a wild three-pointer up and then good by Crew Lewis. Now Max Clayton puts up a half-court heave. And that wild, crazy make there from Lewis puts a damper on what was a really solid run for the Grizzlies at the end of the half. We'll be back after this.
Policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, cause I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
And we're back here starting the fourth quarter. Grizzlies trail by 5 in this 4A boys basketball matchup. between the Logan Grizzlies and Tooele Buffaloes. Grizzlies with the ball and a travel. Andre Campos gets called for it, as he picked up his feet a little too quickly, trying to drive from the corner down the baseline. So Tooele, who had a three-pointer at the death of the third quarter to make this a 40-35 game, they've got the ball. Foul on Campos. He's not a bad couple of possessions there. It's called for the travel and gets whistled for a foul. Although he had an excellent defensive possession and offensive possession at the end of the third quarter. Third quarter. Forced a turnover, then hit a nifty pass for an assist. Speaking of nifty passes and assists, Tooele gets just that. They now lead 42-35, getting the layup underneath. Grizzlies cut it to within 2, but now they trail by 7. Campos pump fakes the three-pointer, then it goes inside to hit the mid-range jumper. Back to a 5-point game, 42-37. Crew Lewis driving into the paint. Loses the ball, has to throw it wildly. Picked up by Josh Jensen. Gives it to Campos. He now dumps off to Milo Steele. He hits the shot. That ball touched 3 different players on the fast break in quick succession. Now going the other way, Grady Simmons going to jump inside, puts up a layup good. Reed Olson having to play soft defense. He's got those 3 fouls though. In a minute, those 3 fouls won't look too bad. But he's got to work until then. Josh Jensen, three-pointer, no good. And so it stays a 5-point deficit. Mason Heap trying to drive around Josh Jensen, isn't quite successful. Gives it up to Crew Lewis. He's got 15 points. Now Grady Simmons. Back to Lewis. Thought about a pass. Now trying to drive into the paint. He throws up what looked like a shot. I think they're going to call baseline because he looked like he was going to shoot and then he decided against it, but he got fouled on that initial motion. It will be baseline out of bounds. Ethan Woolley going to check in. Milo Steele will check out. Baseline out of bounds. Thrown long to Mason Heap. Passes over to Crew Lewis, guarded by Ethan Woolley. Driving down, trying to spin, loses it. Reed Olson, fast break. The 6'6" man going wildly up. Bit of a rough fall. I think he's okay. Being a bit dramatic, but it looks like he's okay. I shouldn't say he's being dramatic because he did fall a little awkwardly. Kind of had his one leg a little underneath him. And he is going to shoot 2 free throws. Reed also still bouncing around, I think, trying to just shake any pain he may have. And I think it's his right leg is kind of what was kind of awkwardly underneath him. But here we go, Reed Olson, 2 free throws. First one is good, nothing but net. Makes it 44-40. 6:02 to go in the game. Reed has 18 points, leading all players. Second free throw for Reed, 2 dribbles. Shot up, missed it long, tapped up by Graydon Olson, and he manages to chase it down eventually. Josh Jensen over to Graydon Olson. Dribbles into the paint, misses it, but Reed Olson grabs the board and he's fouled as he goes up with it. So he'll get 2 more free throws. 2 for 3 from the line today. Of course, he was just barely there. Split that pair of free throws. He converted an and 1 earlier in the game, so that's where we get 2 out of 3. But if he makes at least 1, it'll cut it to a 1-possession game. He misses the first, though. So now 2 of 4, missing his last couple of attempts after making his first 2. Shooting 66% on the season. We'll see which way he goes. misses the second. Graydon Olson nearly snags the board again. Reed Olson going 1 for 4 on one trip down the floor. And it remains a 4-point game. Timeout called by Tooele. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a break and we'll be back after this here on KVNU and streaming live on CashValleyDaily.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
.552 to go here in this 4A boys basketball game. Two teams looking for 2-game winning streaks. Tooele comes in this one 2-10, having won their last one. Grizzlies 3-6, having won their most recent game. Both of those wins broke losing streaks for their respective teams, and now both are trying to establish short, but still what would be winning streaks. Tooele has the ball and the lead, 44-40. Crew Lewis sending it into the corner for a three-pointer, airballed long, and then a foul on the rebound on Tooele. Grady Simmons missing that one. And then the foul committed by Jackson Mather. So the Grizzlies will take possession. And a chance to make it a one-possession game. They've trailed by 10. Of course, they've led by 10 in this game. That was a long time ago, 19-9. They trailed by 10 in the third quarter and have fought back from that. Ethan Woolley directing traffic, sends to Josh Jensen, then into the corner for Graydon Olson. He's double-teamed, sends it into Reed Olson, and he loses the ball, but it bounces off of Grady Simmons. And I think he may have taken an inadvertent shot to the nose. Grizzlies calling in their play. Have a feeling Reed Olson may end up being at the end of it. And there it is. Reed Olson gets it, puts up a shot, gets it to go. Reed Olson now has 20 in the game, and he has it at a 2-point game for the Grizzlies, 44-42. Tooele still leads, though. 5 minutes to play now. Crew Lewis got 15 points. Most of those in the second half, trying to add to it. Puts up a jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, no good, but a foul committed by Graydon Olson. Grady Simmons, the one who grabbed the board. And Graydon Olson commits his third foul of the game. Grady Simmons went 2 for 2. And I didn't jinx him there, he missed it because he's shooting 30% on the season. As he misses that first one. Does have a chance to make it a 3-point game if he makes this one. He misses that one. He was shooting 8 for 25 at the free throw line coming into this game. Made his first two when he went to the line earlier, but missed that one. Grizzlies have a chance to tie or take the lead. Ethan Woolley over to Steele. He thought about a three, gives it to Reed Olson at the elbow. Back to Steele. Swings it over to Woolley. Thought about a three, gives it to Graydon Olson now. Sends it into Reed Olson. They tried to steal the pass inside. Reed Olson went down hard. One guy fell down. I think Reed just kind of tripped over him at the end, but Reed ties the game with his 22nd point of the game. Crew Lewis inside, puts up a shot, gets it to go over Reed Olson and Milo Steele. He's hit multiple really tough shots this second half. Has Tooele up 46-44 right after the Grizzlies tied the game. And a bad pass stolen away by Crew Lewis, at least initially. Then Graydon Olson dives for it. He gets it, or excuse me, Grady Simmons for Tooele. And now Tooele with the ball, Crew Lewis on the wing. Guarded by Josh Jensen. He gets around him with the crossover. Inside block they're going to call blocking foul on Reed Olson. And they're going to say it's baseline. They're going to say he wasn't shooting. They're going to talk about it, though. And they're going to say it's baseline. I can't remember if the foul, I guess it is on Graydon Olson, the call on him. Him and Reed just look so similar, it's hard to tell. I thought it was on Reed because I thought I saw it say 15. But no good there. Inbound pass goes long. Milo Steele snags the steal, and he gets the layup to go. Makes it 46-all, 3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Drew Lewis hands it off. Mason Heath. And a foul committed. A little too aggressive there by Josh Jensen. That'll be the fourth foul. Both teams will be shooting free throws the rest of the way, I believe. Actually, no. That's the fifth. I misread the scoreboard. That's the fifth on the Grizzlies this quarter. So Tooele will be shooting the rest of the way. And Heap's first free throw is no good. Heap shooting 74% from the field before that miss. But a chance to retake the lead for Tooele. If he makes this, he does. So it's 47-46. Tooele leads. Grizzlies trying to take their first lead since they were in the second quarter. Reed Olson underneath. He does just that. 48-47. Reed Olson has 24. And the Grizzlies have the lead. Drew Lewis guarded by Milo Steele. Grizzlies going to try and avoid fouling here, but Drew Lewis probably going to try and draw as many quick, cheap fouls as he can. Although he passes it away to Wes Hogan. Hogan looking for a pass, though. Trying to find somebody to hand it off to. Finally gets it to one of his teammates. So Hogan gets it back. He'll take a three. No good. Reed Olson grabs the board. Grizzlies lead. 2:45 to go here in the game. Swing it over to Ethan Woolley. Back to Steele. Fakes like he's going to shoot a three. Gives to Woolley. He will take the three. No good. Reed Olson gets the board. Gets it with one hand. Now kicks it out to Steele. Drives down the right side. Floater up. No good. Grizzlies can't extend their lead. Now Tooele going. Crew Lewis going to try and drive into the paint. Puts up a layup. He gets it to go. In timeout called by Tooele. It's a full timeout. So we'll take that timeout with him. We'll be back after this here on KVNU and streaming at CashValleyDaily.com.
Without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness. Big fitness energy for all.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell's State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Back here at Logan High School, 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go in this game. And the Grizzlies have fought back from trailing by 10 points. They trail by 1. They took the lead a moment ago, lost it. As they've outscored Tooele 13-9 this quarter. Crawling back from down 5 to be down 1. Having some conversations on the sideline. And I don't know what they're having a conversation with the Tooele coach. Well, they just came out of the timeout, and I think that should have been either their last or second to last timeout of the game. But the Grizzlies with the ball, trailing once, have a chance to take the lead. Ethan Woolley with it. Gives to Steele. Thought about a three-pointer. Gives over to Woolley. Now back to Steele. He'll take the three-pointer this time off the front rim. No good, but Josh Jensen snags the board from the middle of the court. Back to Jensen, over to Cam Alvarado. Sends into Reed Olson. Reed Olson going up with it. Gets it to go. Gives Logan the lead back, and I believe Reed Olson has tied his career high in points. He has indeed, according to my notes. Crew Lewis, oh, he lost the ball, but they called a foul. The crowd can't believe it. Ethan Woolley can't believe it. They called it on Milo Steele. So Crew Lewis going to get 2 free throws, chance to tie and or take the lead back for Tooele. Grizzlies thought they had a turnover and a chance to extend the lead they fought hard to take back. First free throw is good for Lewis. He's 15 of 21 on the season now. Got himself over 70% on the season. And he's tied this game at 50. Will he take the lead? He will. Crew Lewis has 21. The battle between Lewis and Reed Olson is Lewis has 21, Olson has 26. Pass into Reed Olson. He sends it over into the corner. Milo Steele, three-pointer, no good. Josh Jensen nearly tips the rebound to the Grizzlies, but Tooele gets the ball. And again, every foul they draw, they go to the line, and Crew Lewis can tend to not force the issue for now. They swing it over into the corner. Wes Hogan has it. Just letting the clock dribble out. 56 seconds to go, 14 on the shot clock. Sending to Lewis, 10 on the clock. Lewis, dribble handoff. Three-pointer up, no good off the front rim. Rebound fought for, Reed Olson grabs it. 40 seconds to go. Milo Steele bringing it down. Swings it to Ethan Woolley. Back to Steele. Into the corner, Jensen. Jensen dribbling through traffic, then to Steele. Down to Alvarado. Goes up strong with it, gets it to go. Alvarado gives Logan the lead back. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds to go, timeout. Tooele. Exactly 20 seconds to go. And I believe it's a full timeout, but I think we're going to keep it here. We'll hang on to this one, but we'll remind you, for 100 years, young Toyota and young Honda have been delivering an exceptional customer experience. Think young, drive young with young Toyota and young Honda. I almost accidentally ended the broadcast here on the computer we're operating the stream on. That's why I suddenly went silent. So an excellent finish in store, as Tooele certainly has a high chance of scoring. They've got Crew Lewis, who they are very likely going to go to. Of course, they've got two other players who have 10 points in this game. There's 20 seconds, which is enough for them to drain off as much as they can. But unless the buzzer be there's a chance that if they feel like they get an open shot, or if there's a foul on the Grizzlies, that could give the Grizzlies the last shot. But we're going to see how these final 20 seconds pan out. Which team's going to go home with the winning streak? Will it be the Logan Grizzlies, who currently lead 52-51? Or will it be the Tooele Buffaloes, who have the ball and 20 seconds to do something about this 1-point deficit? Inbound on the sideline. They get it to Mason Heap. Josh Jensen guarding him. Trying to go around his screen. Mason Heap sending into the corner. Now Lewis throws up a wild shot. No good. Reed Olson grabs the board. And there is a foul. Reed Olson has a chance to go to the line. 7.9 seconds to go. 2 free throws would go a long way. Oh, no, never mind. we're not at the bonus. That's only the 4th foul. Everyone in the gym, including myself, thought there's free throws. Well, Tooele knew. They were smart about it. And a timeout called as Logan was about to set things up, but we're going to have a timeout. And we'll go ahead and keep this here. We're going no breaks to the end. However many timeouts there are, we're going to stay here. But we will continue to take time to thank our wonderful sponsors, including Napa Auto Parts, the parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best, locally owned and operated from Preston to Providence. So here, Reed Olson, for individual reasons, he has a chance to set a new career high. He had 26 points earlier this year. I did not note who he had those 26 points against. It was in a tournament down in southern Utah. He actually had like 26 points, or his career high in rebound is 23. I can't remember if the 23 rebounds in the same game. I don't think it was. Because I think he had the 23 points against, 23 rebounds against Cedar. And the 26 points, I think, were in the game before that. I'm still thinking Reed Olson has free throws. I don't know why I can't think today. I've been sick for a week. That's probably why. And Reed Olson probably not going to be the one to get this inbound pass. He's a good free throw shooter, but not the Grizzlies' best. Ethan Woolley is their top free throw shooter, I believe, by percentage, at least among those with a decent amount of volume. They inbound it to Woolley, and there's going to be an immediate foul. 0.9 goes off the clock. And that will send Woolley to the free throw line. Grizzlies had most of their good free throw shooters in. I said most of these guys just don't have the volume. Like Josh Jensen, I'm sure he's a solid free throw shooter, but he's 4 of 9, just hasn't gone to the line very much. Ethan Woolley's first free throw is good, puts the Grizzlies up by 2. Although to feel comfortable, you're going to want him to make this, because then any prayer of a shot, there'll be enough time for Tooele to run down and put up some kind of a decent shot. And right now, if they made that shot, they would very likely win the game. Second free throw, rattles around and out. Rebound is tipped. That's going to take some time off the clock. It did go off the Grizzlies. So there's going to be 5.1 seconds. Grizzlies trying to hang on to this lead. No timeouts for Tooele. They have to throw it in. Grady Simmons to Mason Heap. He shoots up a three-pointer for the win. No good! Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win! 53-51. The Grizzlies rally from down 10 in the second half to win this one by 2. A tied career high from Reed Olson, 26 points and a heap of rebounds to go with it. But key buckets late from a lot of different players and key defense as well. The Grizzlies get several stops in the final minute to secure this one. They'll advance to 4-6 on the season, now 2 wins in a row. Last time out against American Leadership Academy and tonight against Tooele. Of course, the Grizzlies will be in action again tomorrow. No rest for the weary. They'll play Mountain View tomorrow, Friday, and you'll be able to hear that on KVNU and see it here on Cache Valley Daily. We'll take a quick break. We'll have head coach Matt Scabland on a little bit later in our post-game show, but we'll take a break and be back here on KVNU and CacheValleyDaily.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
An auto policy from State Farm gets you collision coverage.
Time to call my State Farm agent and see if she can help me, cause I hit a car.
Hi, I'm Lana Powell, your local State Farm agent. Call 752-7639.
State Farm's got me.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Welcome to the post-game show. Jason Walker here on KVNU, streaming live on CacheValleyDaily.com as well. You can see the video and there's always this light right behind that I have to try and figure out how to avoid. But an absolutely thrilling finish here at Logan High School as the Grizzlies trailed by as much as 10. I've said it about a half a dozen times in this game, maybe more, that they trailed by 10, they led by 10. Just kind of a crazy game where the Grizzlies looked like they were in control and they could roll for a lot of the game. Reed Olson was dominating, had 8 points in the first quarter. Get up 19-9 early in the second, and things just kind of fell apart. Grizzlies give up a 16-0 run, and normally when you give up a 16-0 run, that's pretty much all she wrote. When you're in high school basketball, the Grizzlies, the fact they built the 10-point lead obviously mitigated most of the damage there, but still trailing by 6 for some of the second quarter. Going to halftime trailing by 4, and then that's actually in the third quarter. That's when the Grizzlies ended up trailing by 10. It got even worse for them, but just steadily working their way back at the end of the second quarter. They got it to their man that was scoring a ton of points. Reed Olson was what was working in this game, and they went to Reed Olson a lot. He ties his career high with 26 points. Probably got a double-double. I'm not tracking rebounds on this lone broadcast here. But I imagine when they go back and stat this, he's probably going to have a lot of rebounds, a lot of those on the offensive end. Just a fantastic game there from Reed Olson. But some very great performances from some of the other players as well. Milo Steele having himself a game defensively, defending his heart out. Crew Lewis is a very tough matchup. You can see how good of a player he is. And just really, really good job. Crew Lewis does eventually get the 21 points, but very good job done by Milo Steele, defending him for the most part. We're going to have some gentlemen on our post-game show. We're going to start with the man of the hour, Reed Olson. Do you want to jump on really quick here? I'll have you make sure you got to hold this right next.
Okay.
Got to close your mouth there. We'll see if we can fit you on the screen here. You're a lot taller than I am. All right, so Reed, I believe by my calculations, you got 26 points, and that's your career high. Ties a career high because you think you had that earlier this year. But just tell us about your performance there. Tying that career high in points.
It felt good. Obviously, walk away with a win and have almost half the points. It makes you feel like you're doing something right. There are a couple missed shots. I should break my career high on that one, but make some free throws. It was a good game. Should not have come that close, though.
Yeah, so and I guess you started off hot, and then you talk about some missed shots. A lot of those seemingly coming like second and third quarter. Mm-hmm. You pick up a couple of fouls. It was like for you to kind of just overcome that because you had a lot of adversity, whether it was self-created or whether they were forcing it on you. You overcame that, and probably half your points came in the fourth quarter alone.
Yeah. So it's tough playing with fouls. You got to change your whole play style, especially as a physical big. You got to back off a little bit, try and not get that fourth and fifth.
I can't imagine it was easy for you. Number 24 kept coming into the paint, and you have to you can't go after him as well as you did in the first half. That would be really frustrating there.
It was. It sure was.
So, but I guess what's it like getting that win in the end where you lead by 10 at one point, then you trail by 10. What's it like to eventually come back and get that win for you guys?
It's awesome. That's our first home win this season. Feels great. We're on the rise. That's our second win in a row. We didn't have the hottest starts, so it feels great to come out and get a win at home in front of these fans.
Yeah, I guess how big is that two-game win streak? You were 2-6 not too long ago. Now 4-6. So building some momentum as region play will kind of begin a little more in earnest coming up.
That's awesome. Momentum is the biggest thing. Second half of the season is the most important. So I'm glad that we're heading into that region, that second part of region, on a win streak. Try and keep that momentum going forward. Hopefully make a run in the playoffs.
I guess you got the game tomorrow, right? Is that Mountain View? I guess you guys going to be ready for that back-to-back?
Yes, sir. We sure are.
All right. Thank you so much, Reed. We'll let you go. Congrats on the good game.
Thank you.
All right. We'll invite Matt Scabland on now as well. Matt, you want to come on? We'll go 2 for 1 there. So just make sure you keep that close to your mouth there so it makes sure to pick you up there.
Will do.
But I guess so this seems like it was a game where you started off hot and you finished pretty well, and I don't know, maybe forget about what happened in between.
Yeah, Tooele did a fantastic job with that 1-3-1 that they played, and our guys just for some reason weren't hitting shots, and that's what that defense is designed to do, but through it all the kids battled, they found a way, and couldn't be any prouder of them. So
yes, was there kind of a second half adjustment or even fourth quarter adjustment, because that second and third quarter, Tooele really got their offense rolling, but in the first and fourth quarters, you slowed them down. What was kind of the key there defensively for you guys in those better quarters?
Yeah, for sure. And not to take anything away from Tooele, but our man-to-man defense is our best defense that we play. Those kids play incredibly hard, and when they play it the right way, we're able to stop opponents. And unfortunately, those second and third quarter, they're just not being the right spots, not playing it the right way, and so we just had to remind them what they already knew, and to play it the way that we practice it and teach it and preach it. So,
now you mentioned some guys not hitting the shots they normally do. I know Ethan Woolley just kind of have an off night. Some other guys not hitting their outside shots. Is there come a point where I know Reed Olson gets 26, just like, all right, he's the one hitting the shots. We're just going to go with him for a while?
Yeah, I would say anytime we could get the ball to Reed, if Reed could touch it on every offensive possession, I think we would do that as an offense. He played great tonight and even played with some foul trouble there at the end. And unfortunately in a 1-3-1, if you're not hitting shots, it's hard to break, but we found a way tonight, and honestly, kudos to Cam Alvarado, and every time it went to the short corner, he passed it down to Reed, and he probably finished with 4 or 5 assists just from, making the right pass and keep going to Reed.
How painful was it to pull Reed Olson with those 3 fouls in the third quarter when things were starting to get away a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you got to pull a player like Reed off the floor, his caliber, it hurts a little bit. And, luckily and unluckily, we've been in that situation before, and he understands that we're going to get him right back in. And they went on a little bit of a run, and I think 2-3 minutes he looked at me and said, "I got to go," and I said, "Yeah, go get Cam or go get whoever it was at the time." So
I want to highlight at least one of the players to know Milo Steele. I know number 24 ended up like 21 points, but it felt like Milo made it as humanly difficult as possible to get those 21 points. And I know some other guys were guarding number 24 as well, making it difficult, but it seemed like Milo had a pretty tough game defensively.
Yeah, Milo's a great kid, and Milo, honestly, he's our bulldog. He's the guy we're going to put on the best player and try to get him to stop him. And I agree. I think he played amazing defense tonight, and unfortunately, I mean, Crew just made some amazing shots. Some contested shots, and that's going to happen. Milo did the absolute best he possibly could and gave me everything he could, and honestly, that's what all those kids did tonight.
So I know we talked about Reed. We talked to Reed about momentum. You guys, you start 2-6, but then you win 2 games in a row. Yeah. How big is that for you? You got one more tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe a chance to get a 3-game winning streak as you head back into region plays. How big would that be?
Oh, that'd be huge. I think it's the first time as a team we've won 2 in a row. When you only have 4 wins on the season. I mean, there's not very many times you got 2 in a row. But it was a big win tonight, and we knew Tooele was going to be tough, and it's a good test for us in the region. Winning tomorrow night obviously would be huge. Mountain View's a good team. They're going to come in here and give us their best shot, and our kids will be up for the challenge. Hopefully it's another good game like it is tonight for everyone in attendance.
All right, thank you so much, Matt. We'll let you go.
Thanks, Jason.
All righty. We'll go ahead and sign off with that. Many thanks to Reed and Coach Skablin for coming on the post-game show here on KVNU and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com. I've been Jason Walker. Thank you so much for listening. Final score here, Logan Grizzlies 53, Tooele Buffaloes 51. Have a good evening, everyone, and we'll see you all tomorrow evening as the Grizzlies take on Mountain View.
This Logan Grizzlies broadcast has been a presentation of KVNU 610 AM and 102.1 FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, DD Auto and Salvage, Old Grist Mill, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Adams Wealth Advisors, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Watch replays of previous games on CashValleyDaily.com.